Coach Stevens said it was simply a matter of you guys being outplayed, but what have you maybe noticed during this stretch, Kyrie?
Inconsistencies throughout certain segments of the game, offensively and defensively, things that we can control. So, there's two main things that you can control in this game, and that's attitude and effort. If you're not doing that at a very high level and staying poised and trying to make the best decisions for the team, then it's hard to play against great teams in this league. So that's definitely a point of emphasis for our team going forward. For me, is one of the leaders on the team. This is not really a break for me. This is, and you'll hear it from other guys, but this is like, for me, getting ready as late as the All-Star break is this season. It's about 24, 23 games left. This is like, the stakes are at its highest. Teams are trying to sneak in to the playoff positions, and teams are starting to shape into what they want to be going into the playoffs, and that's where my focus is. So, obviously the last month, or some change for some games, then we've had some slippage, but my focus is how to get the group to be better.
Al mentioned that the defense just isn't where it was earlier in the season. What have you seen from that, and where do you think you guys can improve mostly?
Preparation standpoint, individually, as a group. Coaches lay out a great game plan for us, so it's not on them, it's on us. So, like I said, I just got to do a better job of whatever I can to motivate the group, so we stay disciplined, especially on that end of the floor, so teams will get comfortable.
You mentioned attitude and effort. What would you say has been the difference in the team's attitude and effort recently?
It's just been inconsistent. Whatever reason you want to put on it, whatever reason an individual puts on it, I think that teams are just coming in, they're raising their level, and I have to figure out a way to get this group to get to another gear, because other teams are starting to get their gears, and it's about that time. And I think that some of our early success kind of did match some of our habits and some of our patterns, but we played extremely hard, and if we're not even doing that, then we don't really have a chance in any game against any team. So, like I said, this is mainly on me, being focused about how I prepare best going from here to All-Star break. Here to we get out of All-Star break. So.
What do you need to do or say to this team, like you said, to elevate them?
Part of it is leading by example. I was very fortunate to be in championship pedigree, so I understand what that next level looks like. How you get there is the hardest part to figure out. How you get the individual best out of everyone, and then make that make sense for them to collectively come together. So it's a tough job being one of the leaders of the team, but it's very lonely, but it's very worth it in the end. And just got to paint a great picture for them, and have them understand that every moment in painting that picture is vital for our success.
Kyrie, so much of defense is effort and energy. Do you think some of that is just fatigue right now, that maybe you guys...
Like I said, you could put any reason on it. At this point, like I said, going into All-Star break, I'm thinking about what's happening after. So how we respond and what we're doing after, and where our focus is and where we are mentally. That'll really be the difference. And then the physical tools, that could take care of itself with experience, but you gotta want it. So I know I want that motherfucker. Excuse my language.
Kyrie, how do you balance being that leader and knowing the picture you have to paint, and also enjoying All-Star Weekend?
As you can tell by my mood, I don't even think about All-Star break. I can't even think about All-Star break right now, because I'm thinking about so many things right now, just from a standpoint of how to be better, because I know what's coming. and I have to communicate that with our guys, and you know, and just prepare them best. But I got to prepare myself and then go from there.
Brad referenced to us in the press conference that he's going to be looking at potentially making some rotation changes, kind of shaking things up. Do you think you guys could benefit from that, just in terms of getting out of it?
Well, I leave that up to Brad. You know, I don't question his decision making in terms of what's best for our team, in terms of the bodies that he throws out there, and what makes sense. I think that he does a great job of leading our group and preparing us. And when we go out there, and he puts these, you know, individuals together out there, we all have to make it work. Some way, somehow, we have to make it work. And you know, we got great plays. We just now how do we get to that next level?
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Kyrie.